Keith.
Hello, Mindy. Good morning. Here we are again with another edition of Allen Parish Gumbo. Just our way of trying to inform the public of things going on around us. And summer is still here. School is fixing to start.
Yes.
The grass has finally slowed down some, thank God.
And this past weekend, Kinder High School had their annual alumni baseball tournament. I don't know who won, but you have to admire these guys for getting out there in this heat and playing baseball.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And of course, our area farmers are busy getting the rice harvested this time of the year. That's and the weather's been favorable for that, so good for them.
Yeah, good and dry and hot.
Yes.
Thank goodness we have working AC.
That's
And
for sure.
today we're going to talk some more about the Louisiana Sunshine Laws. We brought it up in the past, and I think that these laws are very important for voters and for the overall well-being of how our local governments are run.
No doubt. And for those that don't know, the Sunshine Laws, as they're called, are basically the laws in Louisiana that, about open meetings. And of course, we've been talking a lot about transparency. So adhering to the Sunshine Laws is a great way to be transparent.
Right.
You know.
And it allows to improve the governing by ensuring that the voters have access to public records and to the open meetings. The meetings should always be advertised with a minimum of 24 hours notice, regardless of whether the board or a meeting is a monthly regular meeting or what they call an ad hoc meeting, which means that a meeting will be organized because of some event or something they need to discuss.
Right.
And
and they aren't on a regular schedule.
correct.
So
And there's it's called Allen Parish Today Public Notices page. And I did go and look this up, and any public notice for Allen Parish for meetings and such should be posted on that.
okay, is that a page
It's
of the police jury, or is that just a page on its own?
I think
I'm just wondering.
I didn't go that deep into it, but
Okay.
I think it is a page on its own
Okay.
that is there to ensure that voters and the public know when these meetings take place.
Okay.
It's like a
Like a clearinghouse, so to speak,
Like a
for
clearinghouse.
the parish.
right.
And it'd be good for the organizations to know that that exists and that that's a place, another place to.
Well, I think the way it works is that whenever the public notice is issued, like to the Kinder Courier or the Oakdale Journal,
Right.
then it also
Goes
is
to
attached to that,
I got you.
so that you don't have to subscribe to these publications in
In
order
order
to have
to
access.
have access to it.
Yeah.
That's understandable and a good idea.
Right. Now, I think there is a page for the state also, but
Right.
again, there's a lot to dig in whenever you start digging.
Absolutely.
You go down a rabbit hole sometimes. So you can go there, and Keith's favorite word is what?
Transparency. How many times have I said that, y'all? But transparency is a key word,
Yes.
because if everything is out there in the open, people don't perceive that something's being hidden from them.
Right. And if our governing bodies were always transparent, we wouldn't be dealing with eminent domain right now.
Correct. Yeah. And that's not just on a local level, that's all the way up to the national level.
Correct.
Mm.
So any meeting, regardless of whether it's a regular meeting or an ad hoc meeting, there must be 24 hours notice. And it must tell you where the meeting is, what time it is, and an agenda. Because that's what we try really hard to make sure that what we put out there is correct.
Absolutely.
But there's
we're
no
doing our
doubt.
very best. We're not saying we're
Yeah.
perfect, but we try and do our homework.
Right. But there's no doubt that we will make a mistake.
No doubt.
And if we can get these meetings out there and tell people how to go find where these meetings are, then maybe more people will go to these meetings. And again, the more people that go to these meetings, and you can record any public meeting at all, that is guaranteed under the law. And the more people that do that and share the information, the better government we will have and the better our communities will be.
Absolutely.
So, and the sunshine laws also ensure that there are no secret votes. You hear people like in police juries and other boards going into executive session thinking that they can have a secret vote.
Right.
But we've discussed this before. The only thing executive sessions can be used for are personnel issues and litigation issues.
Right.
And votes cannot be taken. They
Right.
can only be a discussion.
It can be just a discussion of it. Yeah. And if they deem that a vote is necessary, they've got to come out of executive session and make that vote in public.
Right. And so the Public Records Act gives everyone 18 and older the right to view or copy public documents, maps, and electronic files. You can arrange to go and view the documents for free. You can just review them. If there's something you want to look at and a piece of information you want, you can go there and just look at it and leave it there, and there's no charge.
And there's no okay.
You can also take your smartphone or a camera, your personal camera, and they have portable scanners, and you can take the copies yourself, and there will be no charge. That is guaranteed under the law.
Okay, so the charges happen when you ask an organization,
An agency.
an agency to give you copies because you want a copy and don't have a way, like you said, that's when people have to pay.
Right.
So basically you can go and view everything, no charge.
Right.
Under the law.
And the state average is 25 cents a sheet. 50 cents if you want it
Front and back.
front and back.
Right.
So that's acceptable to me, but $2 is a bit much, and it probably, if somebody challenged that, it might violate the sunshine laws.
Good question.
Because-
And if you've got a large document, that can get quite costly.
Correct.
At $2 a page.
And I've seen that in all of this, these people trying to get public information and public documents.
Right.
I've seen this happen across the state where they have raised the price per sheet to where it's unaffordable to get the documents you requested.
Right.
So that's something that we can look at too. But and if you're indigent, you can take the records and not be charged. So if you're on Medicaid, SSI, if you have a current notice that you're unemployed,
Right.
and if you're on WIC, which is Women, Infants, and Children,
Right.
or food stamps, what is that, SNAP?
Snap.
So if you have any of those, I think all you have to do is present it, and they're not supposed to charge you.
I got you.
So that ensures that everybody has
access. Okay, Mindy, do you want to discuss when submit a public request to an agency? Do you have to use a particular form, or can you use other things? I guess the question is there a standard form to make you use, or can you just go there with a simple request of what you want?
Well, the Louisiana Revised Statute 4432 and the AG, the Attorney General, has issued opinions on this.
Right.
A public records request is legally valid as long as it is in writing and reasonably describes the records that you're seeking.
There you go.
So-
That answers the question I had. So if you have a particular form that they'd like for you to use, you can use it. But if you don't have access to that form, as long as you do the request in writing and you specify what you're requesting, what you're looking
Well,
for.
you don't have to use the form at all.
Right.
The Louisiana law protects you from that.
Right.
And because one of the AG opinions says that can create an obstacle or an additional hurdle in us retaining the records.
Right.
So while an agency can create administrative protocols to streamlining records management, their interior stuff,
Right.
They cannot create an obstacle to the right of access to records.
Got it. That's pretty cut and dry.
So that's not this current AG. Those are long-standing
Right.
AG opinions. So, and the legal authority that the AG cited behind these opinions is the Louisiana Constitution,
Right.
Article 12, Section 3. So it's not something that a random thought.
Yeah, it's not arbitrary. It's law in writing.
Right. So we can access the public records free of charge. We can take our own photos and with our own devices without charge.
The next thing we can go to, Mindy, is in our research, the Allen Parish Industrial Board is one of many boards in the parish that doesn't follow a fixed reoccurring public calendar, and I think they just meet on an as-needed basis. But then there again, there should be at least 24-hour public notice of the time and place of those meetings for anyone who would like to attend those.
Right, and they still have to abide by the sunshine laws.
Right.
There has to be the 24-hour notice, there has to be the agenda, there has to be published minutes, and they're supposed to be recording, like police jury meetings are supposed to be recorded. I read that, I'm not sure, I haven't dug into that, but to see if they're legally required to do that. But we should.
The boards I'm on record them. Now, I don't know if that's a legal requirement or just to protect the board that they've got.
Right.
If someone were to question something that the board did, they have not only the minutes, but the recording. So I don't know if it's legal or just another way for them to help cover themselves.
Right, and we can find that out.
Absolutely, yes.
And so we should be able to find minutes and agendas for the industrial board and any of these boards.
That's correct.
And they should be published we should not have to go seek a records request for every board meeting, for every board. Because one of the things I've done is try to find and make a complete list of all the boards that fall under the police jury.
Right.
And
right.
it is,
and
it's difficult.
That's difficult because we've done some research and you have to pry and dig, and there's no quote unquote, I guess, I want to use the word again, it's not the proper word, but clearinghouse or one site you can go to that gives you all of this
Right.
in an easy to access manner.
Right, and it probably should be under the Allen Parish Police Jury website. That would make it easy instead of just digging and trying to find all of these
Right.
boards.
Right.
And minutes. To me, they need to have the minutes, the agendas, they need to have that, because if you follow the police jury page, then all these things should come up as notices.
Right.
They have these archaic, using the Baton Rouge Advocate, which is in Baton Rouge.
Right.
They're still using the Kinder Courier and the Oakdale as printed notices.
As printed notices, and there's nothing wrong with that. And in this day and time, with all the electronic means, it seems as though there ought to be another easily accessible electronic means to find out about these meetings and to see the minutes. The printed version is not effective as it used to be because people are less reliant on that in this day and time.
Right. So and you can use a combination. Everybody thinks it's one or the other. You use a combination, because not everybody's on Facebook, not everybody is using X or Twitter, whatever.
Exactly.
But if you really want to represent the people, then you would use all the means necessary to get the information out there.
Right, and kind of make it a place where it's consolidated to where you can go.
So I think there's a lot to dig into to the Louisiana Sunshine Laws. One of them, we just came up with our own question: are they legally required to record and post live meetings? So we can find we're going to continue to dig for all of that. So, but we would really like it if people would start attending more meetings. And between what we just talked about, some of these meetings are extremely, you don't know that they're exist. You don't know where they are. You don't know what time, and you got to dig to find these. So I think that the first thing needs to be done is make it simple.
Agreed.
And so that these people that are busy don't have to spend an hour trying to find out what board they need to attend, what board meeting they need to attend, where it is, and when it is.
Yeah, and who likes to sit in front of a computer with our busy lives and sit for an hour longer trying to search?
Right.
And
these meetings are not one that you go to that you are going to enjoy. It's not something that it's not enjoyment. It's a necessity. So whenever you make it difficult to find the information to simply participate, you're less likely going to participate.
Isn't that the truth?
So anyway, that's something that we can talk about, and maybe something we can work on legislation. I mean, to me, that's something that should be part of the Louisiana Sunshine Laws, an update to accommodate for all the social media and using that to get the...
because some of these laws might be semi-antiquated and haven't, so to speak, kept up with the times.
Right. Well, if all they require is publish documents in a newspaper, that's antiquated at this point.
That's very much antiquated.
And the next thing we just going to bring up is, the qualifying has closed for all these elections.
All the elections, that's correct.
So regardless of what position or office someone's running for, the questions need to be asked that concern everybody in the parish. For instance, taxes, property taxes.
Right.
Allen Parish they've got some high property taxes.
And any public official or anybody running for office, us as individuals, we want to know certain things, like how do you stand on taxes? How do you stand on to government or expanding government reach? How do you stand on the crime? How do you stand on some environmental issues that affect us? The politicians or the politicians that ask for my vote, I want to know how they stand on certain issues that affect me. Anyway, they don't have a direct impact on that. I still would like to know, because they are representing me in some capacity,
right?
What their thoughts are on that.
Well, your local people end up being state people and end up being federal people. So it's important that you know the whole issues.
It starts at local, y'all.
Yeah. You have a local person running for an office, and they have connections with other politicians that are in office at a state, a federal level. You need to look at who they're connected with and find out, are they going to, in their capacity, even though it may not be a formal objective of their elected office, are they going to use their capacity to help these others? So it's important that you get a complete landscape of whoever is running for these offices.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I think that, let's see, August the 18th and 20th they still have the CDL classes.
Okay.
And
school starts this week.
School starts this week, so you can get they need these CDL drivers for school bus drivers, and
Right.
and so that's if you're looking to get some skills or something, I would definitely.
Seems like an ideal opportunity.
Yes.
You know.
And then the fair is going to be coming.
That's in the fair is in November.
So anyway, we'll be looking. We'll try to have some events that are coming up, especially with school. You know, there's going to be athletic events and stuff like that. So we'll try to keep everybody informed of some of the things. There's too many things going on for us.
We'll do our best to inform you of the things we find out about.
Yeah.
And there again, if you know of something, you can let us know also.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, we're always open to suggestions, constructive criticism, and just overall information.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks again. Bye.